G'day guys, P coming in with another Clash Royale video today. Hope everyone's having a really good day. This is the first time I am going live, so I really appreciate it. Hopefully it all goes well. I did try it yesterday on Twitch, but I wasn't really able to to upload. It didn't really work, I'm sorry. But I've had a bit of requests from people on Instagram to, I guess, do some live matches. Instagram doesn't allow us to do that at the present moment, so here I am on YouTube giving it a go. This is the deck that I'll be running, guys. It's a Royal Giant deck. I've normally run this deck. This is my favorite kind of splash yard control. Really strong, even with the current Mega Knight meta. Really enjoy it. But I've had a few requests from people to run this deck. I had some really good matchups earlier on, so I did lose. Sorry, these here are just my War Day battles. And just versing someone else in a friendly matchup. But I had some really good matchups with this deck. It's really strong. I versed a very strange Golem deck, a Sparky deck, another matchup, and a very weird P.E.K.K.A kind of crossbow expo kind of deck. But yeah, so really strong deck. You got plenty of splash troops, you got plenty of spells, and you've also got the defensive ability in the Goblin Cage. Add that with the current, I guess, Mega Knight bait kind of arrangement. You've got Tornado, get King Tower activation, you got Barbarian Barrel, you've got the Goblin Cage to draw all those I guess spawner kind of log bait, zap bait cards, and then you're always looking at the counter push potential with a Royal Giant. I play this really slow. I don't like going too aggressive with my Royal Giant, mainly for the fact that I feel that it can be easily countered if you have equal elixir. So I try and defend positively, build up a nice counter push, and then from there, I attack my Royal Giant. So we're going to jump into a ladder match. I do apologize that there's no sound. I am recording straight from my phone with no additional microphones, so it makes it really glitchy on your end when you can hear the background noise of the game as well as me talking. So we've got a Giant starting up. We're going to go for a Barbarian Barrel to take out that Firecracker. She might get one shot off, but then we'll take her out. And we worked that perfectly. We've got the King Tower activation exactly like we're after. And so far, guys, we're defending this quite cleanly in terms of elixir advantages. So we're going to go for a Royal Giant. It's really aggressive early on, but we're going to try and keep that Goblin Cage alive if we can, as we just did. And he was really aggressive, really aggressive. You can see he's running low on elixir, and that's why I did it. He played a Giant. He played his archers and a Firecracker. So why would I not go for it? You know, we defended it pretty cleanly. And even with that there, that was another very nice interaction. So well played to our lovely opponent, Matador, or Matador XX on either end from Defensors. We're going to go for a Ice Whiz in the back. This could be a Giant double Prince, but we'll see. I'm not really up to the current meta decks at the moment, guys. I'm a little bit behind. I'm a little bit busy with work. Hope everyone's been well, though. So we're going to lose our Ice Whiz, unfortunately. Here comes the second Prince, as we anticipated. We're going to go for a Baby Dragon. Wouldn't mind if that Prince gets its charge off on the Ice Whiz, but it's not going to happen, unfortunately. We're going to let this go. We're going to go for a Tornado and a Barbarian Barrel. That'll help, I guess, take out that Firecracker. We're going to take out that Prince from Distraction. We'll get a few hits off, but again, guys, nothing too much to worry about. Kind of falling behind now, but we defended it pretty cleanly. So I'm going to let it go, that Ice Whiz that is. And I guess the killer in that interaction really was the Ice Whiz. Ooh, hello. The Ice Whiz and the Baby Dragon interaction. So I'm going to go for a Valkyrie right there at the river, stopping that charge from the Dark Prince and also getting the tower to lock onto the Lumberjack. I'm going to go for a Royal Giant here. As you know, guys, I like trying to keep the counter push potential alive. So although there's only a little bit of health left on that Goblin Brawler, we're trying to get the value out there as best as we can. I'm going to go for that. And we're going to go for a high Goblin Cage. You can see the Prince has crossed the river. Again, positioning wise, so we don't get any hits off onto our tower. And we take out that little Firecracker. And again, looking pretty good. That Goblin, ooh, very close. Again, we haven't used our Lightning. I probably could, but I just, being really patient. I wanted to keep my Ice Whiz alive here because he does have a really strong deck, guys. Like, if he builds an advantage, we're in trouble. So I'm going to take the Lightning damage right there and give him the well played. And this is kind of GG's. I'm going to go for a high Goblin Cage so he can't cross the river with his Giant. A Tornado everything back in case. There's the Balloon as well. And see you later, guys. That's how we play this deck. So good on your Matador from Defensors. But yeah, GG's. So really strong deck. Thanks for watching, whoever's tuning in. Really appreciate it. Guys, if you want, drop me a friend link as well. I do accept most of my subscribers. I'm a big fan of it. Oh, I can't go for that. The reason why my trade is flashing, guys, I don't have any cards that I actually need to request at the present moment. They're all maxable. That's why it's flashing. So yeah, I do have quite a lot of people. I'm not linked to Facebook at the present moment with this here, but yeah, quite a few people just from that have requested to follow me. And this guy, he's really, really good. Shout out to Liquid Golem. Yeah, he was behind me a few seasons ago, but he's absolutely smashed it. He's in a really top clan, doing really well. Thanks, Zeus. I'm on a live stream. All right, guys, we're going to jump into another match. I do have to keep this one a little bit short because I do have some work to get to, but I wanted to jump on today and see how we went. So we're versing Los Rubius from Team Marobia High. If I pronounce that incorrectly, I am sorry. Good luck. I'm going to go for a high Goblin Cage to drag those guys in. This could be a very fast cycle deck with Miner, the Bomb Tower, Valkyrie. We'll have to have a bit of a look, but if it is, I am very mindful. I'm placing my Ice Wiz there to take out the bats. And then we might be able to get the King to activation through the front. No, we can't. You normally can, depending on where they place it with the new update. We're going to go for our Valkyrie right here. Take out those Spear Gobs and also the Valkyrie. So again, guys, positive interaction on that is what we're looking at. And he's going to try and push through this lane, most likely with his little wall breakers. So he's going to be mindful. We might even play it on the other end to distract our Valkyrie. Yeah, well played. I'm going to go for that to help take them out. Nice and easy. Again, equal elixir interaction. Go for a baby dragon. I'll let that go because that will, again, another positive elixir interaction. I'm not going to stress too much about it. Well played. Very tricky matchup when the deck is this fast. How to defend it can be really, really difficult. So you've got to be really patient. This is the one thing, and I'm not saying I'm going to win this matchup, guys, but you can see that he's trying to get the split lane push. And the reason why he's doing that is because he wants me to overcommit to one side, so then I can't defend the other. But when you're running this deck, or when you're versing this deck and you've got a Royal Giant deck or something similar, it can be a little bit hard to defend because if you play a Royal Giant early, you're going to be in trouble on the deck. I'm going to go for the Tornado here. Yeah, just like that. So I'm going to let that Miner go. And we force out a log. We might get very close on getting the little spin off. That's okay. I'm going to go for a Baby Dragon. Well played by our opponent again, guys. I'm going to go for a Goblin Cage to lock those Spear Goblins on, and that's going to also attract those. So another positive elixir interaction right there. We might get that off, but again, we're trying to split his damage, and we're doing pretty well. If he's going to go for a Valkyrie, I'm going to go for the Lightning Valley here. Why not? That Goblin Brawler should get some hits off on the tower, and as you guys know, Goblin Brawler is a beast on the tower. Look at that damage, man. Look at that damage. I'm going to go for a Tornado here. I'm also going to go for a Goblin Barrel, and I'm going to go for a Valkyrie. I'm going to go for a Baby Dragon again. So you can see, guys, is really trying to split my defenses. I haven't even played my Royal Giant yet, but I'm just trying to be really passive. And once I feel like I've got a decent elixir advantage, that's when I'm going to go for my Royal Giant. And if not, like we've done, I'm not going to say we've won the match. We've done a fair bit of damage right now with our current arrangement. Again, I'm going to go for a Tornado over this way, so we can get the Goblin Brawler to go to the Valkyrie. I'm going to go for a Baby Dragon, most likely on his... Oh, there it is. So I see. I thought he had it, but that Baby Dragon should get a lock on the tower. Awesome. I'm going to go for some Lightning if we're lucky. That should be GG's. Well played. So, guys, that's how you play it. I played Royal Giant once in that matchup, sorry. Because you've got to be very, very aware as to what your opponent is running. Very fast cycle deck. Decent player, 6,700 trophies, 6,800 trophies PB. So you've got to be really aware as to what they're running. A 2.9 cycle deck against... let's grab this quickly. A 2.9 cycle deck against roughly a 4.3 deck that I'm running at the moment. So you've got to be really, really aware of that. There you go, nice Night Witch, which I needed. 4.0 deck that I'm running at the moment. So if I was to overcommit with my Royal Giant, he would just spam one lane with Valkyrie and Spear Goblins, and then the other lane with Bats and Miner as well. So we would have been in trouble. So that's how you have to play this deck really, really slow. We're defending. And if we quickly jump into that replay, the one thing that was really important is that he overcommitted, and our Goblin Brawler, look at it, we barely touched his towers because we're being so patient. Right, again, another positive elixir interaction. Very difficult to do when your deck's more expensive to get those interactions. So again, I wasn't overcommitting, but the Goblin Brawler, it's coming up soon. You'll see how he gets that hit off on the tower, and that was the game-changing moment, really. force out a log there. We're going to slow it down. It's coming up here. So we defend this quite nicely. Because of his wall breakers, it pulls our baby dragon, so we get a nice counter push on the same side. And look at this. Although he's got full elixir, he can't really defend this cleanly. We've got more elixir because we've got, looking at the troops on the field, we've got 8 elixir, plus we had 10 elixir. So we had like a roughly a 4 elixir advantage on him. We go for the lightning. There's no other ground troops that he can play. Well, he's got minor, but it's too late. He's already committed to the tower. And look at that damage, guys. In that one push, we did over 1,500 damage. And again, we counter this pretty easily. We go for another Valkyrie on the other side. And that is how you aim to play this deck, but also how to play against people with faster cycles. You don't overcommit. You build, you build, you build, you build. And now you can see he's getting reckless. He's like, I need to take his tower. So he's going for poisons. He's going for miners, going for bats all at once to try to defend with an Ice Wiz Tornado. And now I've got, right there, guys, I've got 10 elixir on the field. And he's got 4. We both have 2 elixir in our hand. So him defending this is going to be much harder. He plays 1 troop, done. That is how you do it. That is how you do it. We're going to go into possibly one more matchup. I'm going to give it a go. If we lose, I do apologise. Oh, we've lost. I finished second in War Day. I think equal first, unlucky. So I am going to go into one more matchup here, guys. Just going to check out what my clans say. Come on, Ian, 4 minutes left. All nice. Let's start the clan war again. How are you guys going in clan war? We're first at the moment. Season finishes in 5 hours, so pretty excited about that. So I'm going to jump into another battle. Same deck, guys. Let's see how we rock this. Hopefully we get the W, but can't guarantee it always. This is a very tricky starting hand because we've got both our air counter troops and 2 of our small spells that I don't like cycling. We're versing Raphael 0913. Going to wish him good luck. I'm going to go for Ice Wiz on the side of the Skellies. Or more Skellies. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be an Expo matchup. I really don't like, although I've got RG Lightning, I really don't like versing Expo. If you're a good Expo player, it's nearly impossible to beat because of the fast cycle. I'm going to go for a deep Goblin Cage. And then depending on what he plays, I'm going to try and take Lightning Valley here. Just need to. You don't ever want to have a Expo, no matter how deep it is, active on the arena. You just want to get rid of it. So I'm going to have to rely on my Royal Giant, but then he's going to have his Tesla. So my Royal Giant's going to get eaten really quickly. I'm going to let that go. I kind of have to because I'm quite far behind on the Elixir front. So you just got to be really, really patient. Depending on what he's going to play, I'm going to go for a deep Valkyrie in case he goes for a Expo at the river. And he might go opposite lane Expo, which he does. I'm going to go for a Royal Giant on this side. And the reason why I did is because it's going to lock onto the Expo rather than his Tesla. If I played it on the other side, it would have locked onto the Tesla, and it would have been much harder to interact with. That was a positive Elixir interaction there, guys. So we defended an Expo 6 with a Royal Giant 6, and then a Tesla 4 with a Barbarian Barrel 2, and then he used a log as well. So we actually defended quite nicely there. I'm going to go for a Goblin Cage a little bit deeper. It's still going to lock onto the Expo, but he can't play it as deep as he did before, and that will still hopefully allow me to get the lightning value off on the tower. Oh, there it is. I'm going to go for lightning. Let's take that value by itself. He's going to get a small lock on, but again, I had to take that value. He's going to have to defend this Goblin Brawler. Really, really tough matchup. I know people are going to say you got matchup, Pete. You definitely have matchup. But Expo is so tricky if you're versing a really good Expo player. Really don't like it, I really, really don't like versing Expo. I'm going to go for a Valkyrie. It's going far side. I'm going to go push with a Royal Giant. This could be a really big mistake, guys. We shall find out in a second. Waiting for the Tesla. The only good thing is that the Expo doesn't lock onto my baby dragon. So I'm going to go for Tornado here and try and get the nice splash damage and get rid of that Expo as best as I can. And the reason being is because Baby Dragon is outside of his tower range, that he couldn't mark or take out my my Baby Dragon, if that makes sense. I'm going to go for an Goblin Cage, sorry. Goes for the Fireball Valley. I'm going to cycle a Royal Giant in the back. Very risky, but I've got the Goblin Brawler on the arena floor, and I've also got Valkyrie in hand, and I also have, I'm going to go on this side here, my other support troops as well. Sorry guys, my brain's a bit razzled. So the reason why I went for the Valkyrie in front is to help keep my Royal Giant alive a little bit longer on the counter push. And he's going to play another Expo most likely, but I'm back to a Royal Giant. Goblin Cage. Royal Giant. Sorry if I go quiet, guys. Very tough matchup. Like, again, I know I have matchup advantage, but it's still very, very tough. He's just going for the chip value now, which is really smart. That Goblin Brawler is going to burst. I'm going to go for a Ice Whiz, and I'm going to go for a Valkyrie higher up because that Tesla is going to come down quite soon. And I'm going to go for a Royal Giant again. But look at this counter push. I know he's got a few cards in hand. We're going to try and get back to our Lightning. Sorry, my phone's glitching now, guys. It's trusted to happen while we're going through a difficult match. I'm going to go for a Goblin Cage again. So he's having to spend a lot of elixir to defend. And you can see I'm not switching lanes here, guys. I'm just trying to be as defensively minded as I can. If he's pushing my right tower, I'm going to just reciprocate the same lane because it's much easier. I'm going to go for a Tornado because I'm going to get some chip damage on that tower. I know it might seem like a waste, but trust me, it isn't. I guess in my opinion, I'm going to go for a Deep Valkyrie because we're getting into triple elixir. I'm going to go for a Goblin Cage. I'm going to predict that there's going to be something coming down, so I'm going to go for Lightning because he's cycling much faster than me here, guys. He's got more spells. I'm going to go for a Baby Dragon. I'm going to go for this, and I'm also going to go for that. I'm going to go for a Tornado. I'm going to go for another Lightning just to hopefully tee off the match. I'm going to go for a Goblin Cage to make it a bit safer, and that's how you do it. That was a very tough matchup. Good game. It was a very good Expo player. I did have matchup. I am sorry, Raphael0913 with my Royal Giant and my Lightning that takes out all your troops. But you did a hell of a job, mate. You did an absolute hell of a job on that tower. Guys, I'm going to leave it there. That is 3 wins in a row. Seemed like a really good player. Yeah, 6,600 trophies. So we versed some really good people today. Matador, where were you at? Yeah, 6,500 trophies. We versed the other bloke at 6,800 trophies. Yeah, 6,800, and then we just versed another guy at 6,600 trophies. So, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I really appreciate if you have tuned into this. It does mean a lot. For those of you that don't follow me on Instagram, my handle is at PeteCR_, CR for Clash Royale. This here is my profile, so just currently at 5948 trophies. I will push a little bit higher later on. My personal best is 6616, and yeah, over 300 War Day wins. And ranked pretty highly locally at the moment. I was, I think, top 400 earlier on. Probably dropped a little bit because I haven't had a chance to play earlier on today, just given work commitments. Where are we? Oh, we're still a bit higher up. 59, 59, 59. Where are we? Scrolling, 59.48. Okay, we're in the top. We're in the top 3, the top 200, guys. So 278 local at the moment, which is actually pretty impressive. I really appreciate, again, as I said, guys, if you've tuned in, please follow me on Instagram, and I will start uploading a little bit more often. Really appreciate it.